You drizzle it on your salad, you cook your vegetables in it. You've been told for years it's the cornerstone of a healthy diet. But what if I told you that the olive oil sitting in your pantry right now might be a complete fraud? Worse, what if it's not just failing to give you the benefits you expect, but it's actively working against your health? You think you're making a healthy choice, but you end up feeling sluggish, inflamed, and wondering why your good habits aren't paying off. The villain here isn't fat. It's the widespread, misleading information and the low-quality, fraudulent oils that have flooded our grocery store shelves. It's the advice that says just use olive oil without telling you that 70% of what is sold might be fake, diluted, or rancid. By the end of this video, you will understand the deep biology of what makes true olive oil one of the most powerful health foods on the planet. And more importantly, you will have the exact protocol to identify, purchase, and use this liquid gold to its full potential, finally unlocking the benefits you've been promised. Welcome to the Better Habit, where we use science to rebuild your daily routine from the ground up. So, how did we get here? How did a sacred ancient food become so corrupted? The story of olive oil is as old as civilization itself, revered by Greeks, Romans, and Egyptians as both food and medicine. It was called liquid gold for a reason. But its modern myth began with the popularization of the Mediterranean diet in the mid-20th century. Researchers like Ansel Keys observed that populations in Crete had remarkably low rates of heart disease, and a key factor seemed to be their high consumption of olive oil. This sparked a global health trend. Suddenly, everyone wanted Mediterranean magic in a bottle. And where there's demand, there's a dark side of the market. The food industry, seeing a golden opportunity, started to cut corners. Olive oil became a commodity, and the focus shifted from quality to quantity. It became profitable to dilute real extra virgin olive oil with cheaper, lower-grade vegetable oils like soybean or canola oil. Sometimes they would use old, rancid olive oil and chemically deodorize it to mask the taste. This fraud became so rampant that it has its own name in Italy, agromafia. The myth that all olive oil is healthy was born not from science, but from marketing convenience and industrial deception. We were sold an idea, but not always the real product. To understand why this deception is so damaging, we need to go beyond the label and look at the molecular level. This is where the real magic happens. So let's have a quick science class. The main characters in our story are molecules called polyphenols. Think of your body as a high-performance engine. Every day, this engine produces exhaust fumes through normal processes like metabolism and exposure to stress. These exhaust fumes are called free radicals, and they cause wear and tear, or what scientists call oxidative stress and inflammation. Polyphenols are like a team of elite mechanics that go into your engine and clean out these exhaust fumes. They neutralize the free radicals, protecting your cells from damage. True, high-quality extra virgin olive oil is packed with these mechanics. One of the superstar polyphenols is a compound called oleocanthal. This is nature's ibuprofen. When you taste real, potent olive oil, you might feel a peppery or stinging sensation in the back of your throat. That's oleocanthal at work. Now, here's what happens when you use fake or low-quality oil. Those oils are often refined using high heat and chemicals, which completely destroys the delicate polyphenols. The mechanics are fired. So you're pouring a neutral, empty fat into your engine. Worse, if it's been cut with cheap vegetable oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, or if the oil itself is old and rancid. You're not just getting zero mechanics, you're actively pouring more sludge and exhaust fumes into your system, promoting the very inflammation you're trying to fight. You think you're changing the oil, but you're just adding more grime. The scientific community has started to catch up with this distinction. It's no longer about olive oil as a broad category. The focus has shifted to high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil. A landmark 2022 review published in the journal Nutrients analyzed dozens of studies. They didn't just look at olive oil versus no olive oil. They specifically compared the effects of high polyphenol olive oil versus low polyphenol olive oil. The results were stunning. The groups consuming high polyphenol olive oil showed significant improvements in blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and markers of inflammation. The groups consuming low polyphenol oil saw minimal to no benefits. In some cases, consuming rancid oxidized oil showed negative effects on cardiovascular markers. The shift in understanding is clear. The peppery, bitter, vibrant taste isn't a defect. It's the signature of the medicine you're looking for. It means the mechanics, the polyphenols, and the oleocanthal are present and ready to work. So how do you put this into action? How do you ensure you're getting liquid gold and not a bottle of expensive fraud? Here is your perfect protocol for buying and using olive oil. Step 1. The shopping audit. When you are at the grocery store, ignore the front label. Extra virgin is a largely unregulated term in many countries. Instead, turn the bottle around. Look for a harvest date or press date. You want the most recent harvest possible, ideally within the last year. Olive oil is a fruit juice. It does not get better with age. Next, look for a dark glass bottle or a tin can. Light is the enemy of polyphenols and will degrade the oil quickly. Clear plastic or glass is a major red flag. Finally, if possible, look for a certification seal like the PDO/PGI or seals from the California Olive Oil Council. These add a layer of accountability. Step 2. The taste test. This is the ultimate confirmation. When you get home, pour a small amount into a spoon. A real, high polyphenol oil will have a fruity, grassy, or even slightly bitter aroma. Now, taste it. Don't be afraid. You're looking for that peppery kick or slight burning sensation in the back of your throat. This is the oleocanthal telling you it's the real deal. If it tastes greasy, waxy, or has no flavor at all, it's likely old, refined, or fake. Step 3. The right use. Stop saving your good olive oil for salads. To get the benefits, you need consistent daily intake. Aim for at least 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. Use it for low to medium heat cooking. The idea that you can't cook with olive oil is another myth. Its smoke point is high enough for most stovetop cooking. Drizzle it on everything. Vegetables, soups, even your morning eggs. Think of it not as a cooking fat, but as a daily supplement you are adding to your food. Store it in a cool, dark place, not next to your stove. Let's recap what we've learned. First, the vague advice to use olive oil is flawed. Most of what's on the shelf lacks the powerful compounds that deliver health benefits. Second, the magic is in the polyphenols, especially oleocanthal, which are nature's anti-inflammatory agents. That peppery kick in your throat isn't a flaw. It's the sign of a potent, high-quality oil. And third, you now have a protocol. Shop for a recent harvest date in a dark container. Taste it to confirm the peppery finish and use it generously every single day. You have the power to turn a simple dietary choice into a profound act of taking control of your biology. It starts with questioning the common knowledge and demanding better for your body. You don't have to be a victim of deceptive marketing. By making one small shift in your pantry, you are making a massive investment in your long-term health. If you found this guide useful and want to keep optimizing your health with science-backed protocols, make sure to subscribe to The Better Habit. And for your next step, check out our video on the surprising science of salt and why the type you use matters just as much. Thanks for watching.